Hey everyone, Nelson here. Welcome to this masterclass. Congratulations for taking the step. It's awesome to have you here. In this masterclass, we'll be focusing on goal setting. Look, not having goals in life, it's like driving your car. I give you a call, ask you where you're going, and you're like, I'm not sure. I'm just driving. You'll end up somewhere, but you're not really sure where this is going. And that's why we're here today. Anyway, when you establish goals, you have a direction and purpose which can help you stay focused and motivated. Let's get straight into it. So, I want you to start with this slide. So, I want you to pause this slide. Let me just go through it. When I finish, I'll ask you to pause it again. Pause this slide, and you're going to read this 3 times to yourself. I know it might be awkward if you have people around you, but if you can go somewhere else and read it out loud. So it goes like this: I have decided it's time to work on myself because I deserve it. I am creating my life, writing my own book, the story of my life, and I determine where my life goes. I am the solution to all my problems. I have all the answers within me, and that gives me the control to change my circumstances. That is certain. It's time to get serious about your life. The best days are right in front of me, not behind me. Our best days are ahead of us, is where we're going. I'll set my goal and stick to it until I succeed. I'm a man of my word. I make a promise and I keep it. So, again, pause this video and go read this slide 3 times and read it with purpose. Don't just read it and feel it. If you haven't read the slide 3 times, the previous slide, uh, please go back and read it out loud on your own and try and understand what you're reading and how it makes you feel as you read it. So if you want to do that now, just go back, pause this, go back. If you have already done it, awesome. Let's get going. So let's recap again. This masterclass is designed to help you achieve your goals, whatever goals you have for yourself, wherever they may be. But it goes beyond traditional goal setting. We'll cover focusing on your mindset, mastering your mind, mastering your thoughts, defining your values in order to align them to achieve your goals. And how? How do we do this? Well, so we'll do this through specific exercises. You'll uncover your values and align them with your goals, like I said. As you progress, you'll gain valuable insights and you'll have access to tools that'll help you navigate through life's challenges. And by the end of this program, this masterclass, um, you'll have access to these tools whenever you need to set goals. So let's get going. So let's explore the power of thoughts, which are, in my opinion, the compass of your values, of our values, and the roadmap of goal setting. So, our inner world is comprised of thoughts, values, like I said, and beliefs that lead to actions and become habits. These habits, things we do every day, develop our character and determine our destiny. So, in order for us to focus or in order for us to adjust the course, we have to start at the beginning. We cannot just go ahead and start setting goals before addressing and identifying what's going on here, our thought patterns. What do we think about ourselves? How do we perceive ourselves? What do we fear? What is the recurring thought that prevents us from achieving everything we daydream about? We often fall into a trap of self criticism and negative evaluation, such as telling ourselves, I'm not good enough, or I can't do this because of that. And these negative thoughts can take hold and become a pattern, which can be very difficult to break. So once we create an awareness to our thoughts, to our mind, to what's going on up here, we can redirect our focus and we can empower ourselves to break free from this negativity and choose a more positive path. Now, values. What are values? Values are our core principles or our core beliefs that guide and motivate, a person's life. My life, your life is what I value. It's what's important to me. And these values are unique to each one of us. And like I said, they represent exactly what's important to me, what's important to you, what's important to each one of us. So developing core values is essential for creating a clear sense of direction and purpose in life. Core values are the non-negotiable principle that guides our decisions and actions. We make decisions every day. We filter certain situations through our values. When we have core values, we establish boundaries that allow us to stay on track towards our goals, and avoid distractions. But by understanding what truly matters to us, we can make more informed decisions and set meaningful goals in line with our values. Now, then comes goals. So this is exactly what I was saying. So first, thoughts is what's going on up here in our head. Second is values. We need to have defined values. And thirdly comes the goals, setting goals. So without goals, we're just wandering around aimlessly without any clear direction. We're just drifting. And this can lead to feelings of frustration, overwhelm, and they can have a negative impact on our mental health. We might have a vague idea of what we want to achieve, but we're not taking any concrete steps towards us. We don't have a plan. It's like driving without a map. You might end up somewhere, but it's not probably what you want to go. So, goal setting provides a clear direction for your life that enables you to create a more structured path towards your desired outcome. With well defined goals, look, you can measure progress and stay motivated on the journey. So, your thoughts become your words become your behavior become your habits become your values, and your values become your destiny. So let's get into the first part. So limiting beliefs are negative thought patterns that loop repeatedly in our minds. This type of thinking also contributes to unhappiness, self-imposed limitations, and can evolve or turn into counterproductive habits like vices and not being able to take on challenges. So identifying these beliefs enable us, enable me, enable you, enable all of us to break free from these limiting beliefs, these limiting thought patterns, and will empower you to embrace new possibilities, take on new challenges, and create positive change in your life. So now I'll give you three examples of negative thought patterns or behaviors or limitations one can impose on himself or herself. So we already defined that limiting beliefs are negative thought patterns that are in a loop in our heads. So the first one is catastrophizing, is when a person experiences an unhelpful emotion, depression, anxiety, and is usually preceded by a number of unhelpful self statements or thoughts. So, in this case, catastrophizing. So, this involves imagining the worst case scenario for, for any situation you're involved. For example, if someone's running late for a job interview, they think, well, why bother? I'm not going to get the job anyway. I'm not qualified. My chances are ruined. You know what? I'm not even going to apply for other jobs because I'm not good enough. I'm not going to get an opportunity, and so on. And you start going, why even try? There's so much competition. And this is all good, but I'm stuck where I am in my life and I'm not going anywhere. So that's catastrophizing. That's imagining the worst case scenario for anything. And then the second one is over generalizing. And this pattern involves drawing broad and negative conclusions based on isolated incidents. For example, if someone experiences a rejection, if a girl rejects you, for example, you think, I'm not good looking, I'm not interesting, uh, I'm unlovable, why try? I'm never going to find anyone that cares about me, that's going to go out with me, so I'm not approaching anyone else. If you don't click with someone, for example, you just met, let's say you, it doesn't have to be a girl now. If you just meet someone uh, and you don't click at first, you're like, oh, I'm socially awkward when I'm sober. I can't hold a proper conversation. People think I'm weird, and so on. In an example of school and academic setback, you receive one lower grade, and straight away you go like, I'm not academic, I'm not good at this, I'm not going to school anymore, I'm not going to uni, and I'm destined to fail. So that's overgeneralizing for you. Then you have personalization, and this pattern involves taking personal responsibility for everything that's beyond your control. So for example, if you're working in a group project and the project fails, you like, it's all my fault. I'm terrible at my job. My colleagues think I'm incompetent. No one likes me. I shouldn't even be here, you know, and so on. Another one could be, let's say, a colleague at work seems upset. You're like, I must have done something. He's mad at me. He's upset. People hate me at work, and so on. So these are some of the negative thought patterns. They're not limited to these three, but these are some of the three that can prevent us to move forward. We start talking bad into ourselves, self-imposed limitations, and sometimes prevent us from moving forward. Once we've identified these negative thought patterns, the next step is to start dismantling them. And we do this by challenging the thoughts and being present and reframing them by replacing them with more positive and empowering beliefs. So let's look into how this actually works in practice. So, thoughts, I've said this, become words. What do you fear? What do I fear? What am I not good enough? I can't do this because. So you create awareness and redirect your focus. So one strategy that can be effective is to ask ourselves a series of questions such as, number one, is this belief based on facts or just my own perception? That's the first thing. What I'm thinking, is it based on facts or is it just my mind playing tricks on me? Number two, what evidence do I have to support this belief based on past events? Do I have any evidence? And number three, what advice would I give a friend? So you're taking yourself out of the situation. And what advice would I give to a friend if they came to me with this issue or this challenge or this problem? So, like I said, by doing this, you remove yourself from the situation and assume the role of an advisor, enabling you to offer guidance from a more objective standpoint. If a friend were to approach you with this issue, or challenge, what would you say? What would you do? How would you guide them? Next becomes being present, right, by yourself. And this does not mean looking at your phone or getting distracted by things. No, it means sitting down and be present. It can mean go for a walk. It can mean meditate. And meditate doesn't necessarily mean close your eyes and go, Meditate can mean sitting down and meditate on the problem, sit still. And the aim here is to become more aware of your thoughts and emotions without judgment. So, like I said, pull yourself out of the situation. So, mindfulness, which is what this is being present and being mindful, involves being present in the moment and observing your thoughts as they arise. When negative thoughts come up, acknowledge them without getting entangled in their content. And by developing this strategy, this mindfulness, you can create a mental distance from negative thoughts and prevent them from overwhelming you. So, is everyone clear on this? Right. Sure. And finally, the last one, gratitude and positive reframing. So, focusing on gratitude and positive reframing involves shifting your attention towards a positive aspect of your life and reinterpret negative events in a more constructive light. So regularly, like, practice gratitude by writing down the things you are thankful for in the morning, in the afternoon, at the end of the day. It's awesome. It feels so good. Even if they seem small, just write them down. I'm grateful for a great coffee I had today. I'm grateful for the sunshine. Whatever it is, just get used to doing it. It feels great. Additionally, try to find potential silver linings in challenging situations and consider what opportunities for growth they might offer. Remember, addressing negative thought patterns takes time and persistence. It's not going to happen overnight. So just be patient with yourself and treat it as a learning process. And you're here, and that means something. Um, it means that you are ready to change. You are ready to take the leap. Cap. So number one, so challenge and change negative thought patterns. So whenever you catch yourself engaging in negative thoughts, just take a step back and examine the thought. Number two, be present in the moment and observe your thoughts as they arise. So when negative thoughts come up, acknowledge them without getting entangled, and then content. Just observe. Number three, focus on gratitude and, most importantly, reframe them. So this involves shifting your attention towards positive aspects of your life and reinterpret negative events in a more constructive light. So, welcome to part two of this masterclass, where we will go over why is it important to have defined values. So, we have already discussed the importance of addressing thought patterns, like your mindset, and addressing thought patterns that do not serve you. Now, let's go over why having defined values play such an important role in goal setting. So, your core values are the fundamental beliefs that guide your decisions and actions. Identifying and aligning with your core values will lead to greater clarity, to being authentic, and having a sense of fulfillment in life. Now, values act as a compass that help us navigate life's choices, dilemmas, obstacles. When you have a clear understanding of your core values, you can use them as a reference point when making decisions. So, for example, in relationships, if one of your core values is open communication, you'll prioritize discussing issues and concerns with your partner rather than avoiding difficult conversations. And this value might lead you to seek, couples counseling, just to strengthen your relationship during challenging times. If personal growth is a core value for you, you might prioritize self-care activities such as exercising, eating well, or therapy, or mindful practices like meditating. So just to maintain that mental health well-being and manage stress effectively. If resilience is a value you hold dear, you'll approach setbacks as learning opportunities and strive to maintain a positive outlook, even when things seem hard. If health is a core value, you may prioritize breaking free from unhealthy habits such as smoking, excessive drinking, and seek support from professionals. Now, if determination and perseverance are your values, you'll stay focused on your long term goals and work to overcome obstacles that stand in your way, no matter what. Having defined values contributes to consistency in your behavior and actions. When your actions align with your values, it showcases on being authentic and having integrity, both to yourself and others. People are more likely to trust you and respect you when they see you are being consistent and living according to your values. Give me a thumbs up if you understand the concept. Cool. That's good. Cool. So, on the other hand, inconsistent behavior or acting against your values can lead to inner turmoil. So, when you feel like things are not right, you're doing things, but you don't want to do them, you feel guilty, and it can strain relationships. So, by staying true to your values, you build a strong moral foundation that can serve you as a guide for personal growth and character development. Now, during challenging times, knowing And staying connected to your values can provide a sense of direction and resilience. Look, life is bound to present difficulties and setbacks, but having a clear set of values helps you stay focused on what truly matters to you. When facing adversity, your values can provide motivation and strength for you to persevere and to keep moving forward. Let me give you an example. If one of your values is compassion, right? You may it may inspire you to volunteer to help others during challenging times. Uh, if connection and empathy are values you cherish, you'll support your partner during difficult times, offering a listening ear and understanding. If self development or purpose is a core value, you might find solace and strength in connecting with your beliefs during challenging periods. If optimism is a value, you'll view setbacks as an opportunity um, to grow. And if passion is a core value, you'll find purpose and fulfillment in pursuing your goals. That's why you're here, making the journey itself meaningful, regardless of the outcome. Now, identifying and defining personal values is an important step in understanding yourself better, in aligning your life with what truly matters to you. So let's go over a strategy you can use to help you with this process. And that involves evaluating and determining 7 areas of your life and bringing awareness to your daily actions. So, number one, you make a list of the various areas in your life, such as family, career, relationships, personal development, etc. Within each area, you list specific actions, experiences, or goals that you find meaningful to you. Number three, you compare these items in each area to determine which ones are most important to you and just rank them in order of significance to you. So, this process, value determination, helps you identify your core values by clarifying which areas of life hold the most value and meaning for you. Don't worry, because the 7 areas of life are included in the slides after this one. So, everything will be there. So, our lives revolve around 7 essential areas: spiritual, mental, vocational, which is your job, your career, financial, family, social, and physical. So, you evaluate each of these areas and determine what you believe is most important to you within these 7. For instance, if personal growth is an area you value, you might value growth, connection, or purpose. So this approach allows you to explore values specific to different dimensions of your life and provide comprehensive understanding of your personal values. Does everyone understand that? Just give me a nod or thumbs up, or give me a thumbs up in the chat, actually. All right. Next comes awareness through daily action. So pay close attention to how you spend your time, energy, and resources daily. The choices you make and the actions you take reflect your values. Consider the things that consistently occupy your thoughts. We spoke about this, and the goals you actively pursue. Identify the underlying values that drive these patterns by becoming aware of your daily actions and choices. And by doing this, you can gain insights into values that guide your life. So, to recap, why is it important to have defined values before setting goals? One, having defined values is crucial for living a purposeful and fulfilling life. So, how do you do this? The strategy is: one, you list specific actions or goals that are meaningful to you. Two, determine what you believe is the most important in each area. And three, pay attention to your daily actions, your habits. What's going on? What am I doing? So, if you value fitness and being healthy, stop smoking, stop drinking so much, because that does not align with what you want to achieve. So, welcome to part 3 of this masterclass. So, by now, you have learned to master your mind. So, reframe your negative thought patterns into a more constructive light. You have defined your values and why and what is important to you. If you haven't done this, I know sometimes you just want to skip to the end. Please go back and have this ready before you set your goals. So if you haven't done that, go back on the slides, go back on the video, and do those exercises first. Now we will discuss the significance of setting goals and having a clear sense of direction. We touched on this before. So imagine you're behind the wheel driving your car, and I call you and I ask you, "Hey, where are you going?" You'll have an instant response. Let's be honest. Oh, I'm going to pick the kids. I'm going home. Going to the shops. You don't need to think it over. You know where you're going. So this is the same. You need to know where you're going. So this principle holds true for your life. Having a defined sense of direction is essential. Just as you know where you're headed when driving, it's equally important to have a clear understanding of your life's path. So let's dive into it. So here are I'm going to share three examples of why is it important to have defined goals, considering the need um, considering the need for awareness of thoughts and defined goals. So, number one is direction. So, purposeful decision making. So, having defined goals and a clear sense of direction allows you for more purposeful decision making, as choices can be evaluated against the alignment with your objectives. So, for example, if tomorrow morning you want to go to the gym, if that's your goal, if your goal is to get in shape and tomorrow morning you have to go to the gym, when your friends come to you and ask you to go out on a bender or go out drinking till late, you go like, no. It's easier for you to make the decision because you're aligned with your goal. Another one will be prevention of drifting. Didn't everyone understand that example? Yeah. All right. Just type yes in the chat box. Cool. So, like I was saying, the other one is prevention of drifting. So, clear direction prevents you being just drifting. So, ensuring that your life progresses with intention rather than just being at mercy of external influence, like the mercy of life. Life is happening to you. You go with the flow. You're going somewhere, but you're not really sure. That's called drifting. Another one is prioritizing goals. So, direction helps you prioritize goals effectively, ensuring that your energy and resources are channeled towards the most important objectives and decisions. Another one, measurement of progress. So if you don't know where you're going, it's hard to measure progress. With a direction in mind, you can easily measure your progress, which provides motivation and a sense of accomplishment. So small wins every day. You know where you're going and you're getting closer to your goal. The last one would be enhanced time management. So knowing your direction assists you, and this is crucial because you are not going to focus on activities that are not aligned or do not contribute towards your goal. I gave you the example of going to the gym, but there's many others depending on what your goal is exactly. And then comes focus. So having goals increase productivity. So you maintain your focus, and that enables you to complete tasks more efficiently, leading to increased productivity and the achievement. Like I said, the small wins. So staying focused and having a focused mindset helps you minimize distractions and stay on track. And that this allows you to make steady progress towards your objectives. Excuse me. So it's small wins every day. And the consistent focus, ensures that your actions and decisions remain aligned with your goals. And this reduces the risk of deviation. So it all goes hand in hand. You can see the direction, focus, it's all in line. So, and when it comes to problem solving, when you're focused, problem solving becomes more effective as your attention is dedicated to finding solutions rather than dwelling on the issue itself. And the other after that, you have enhanced creativity. You focus, and this focus can stimulate creativity, and it helps you generate new ideas and approaches to overcome these challenges. And then it comes fulfillment. Look, meaningful progress. It arises from making meaningful progress towards your goals, and each step brings you closer and it brings you a sense of satisfaction and you feel confident. And when you're in alignment with your values, pursuing goals in line with your values leads to a deeper fulfillment. Why? Because your actions resonate with your beliefs. This brings life satisfaction and more importantly, resilience in adversity. So a fulfilled life provides emotional resilience, allowing you to face adversity with a positive outlook. So every obstacle is an opportunity to grow. Does everyone understand this concept and what this means to you? When you think about your goal and what this means to you, when you're going towards your goal, small wins every day, you are able to say no to certain activities, to certain things that do not align with your goal, your values. You're able to say no in a confident way. Does that make sense to everyone? Right. Got it. We know how to catch our thoughts, how to reframe them. We have defined our values. The next step is to start setting our goals. So, let's look into how this actually works in practice. Let's go. So, you start with a why. So, begin your goal setting process by identifying why. What is your purpose or motivation for pursuing this goal? It's important. Understand why it matters to you on a fundamental level. So you have to cultivate a strong belief in your ability to achieve it. To achieve it, you have to believe it is possible. So the why provides the emotional drive and conviction behind your goals. So you use visualization techniques to imagine the fulfillment of your why. So you have to feel the emotions and sit with the emotions associated with achieving it. And this emotional connection to your purpose fuels your determination to keep going, your commitment. For example, ask yourself, why is the purpose or motivation behind this goal? And just sit with that question for a while. For example, if your goals if your goal is to start a business, your why might be to create financial security for your family or to make a positive impact in your community. So you have to see that happening in your mind. Example, you visualize yourself running the business, the day-to-day business. You visualize your family secure in a nice home, and you experience that sense of fulfillment when it comes to making a positive impact not only at home to your family, but to your community. Then you move on to how. Once your why is clear, you move on to the how. What strategies, what plans will help you achieve your goals? So you break down your goal into actionable steps. You make a commitment to those strategies and you have to execute. You have to be consistent every day. So, as part of the how, you seek support and accountability from others who share your goal or can provide guidance. People that will support you. You tell your family what you plan on doing because you're not going to let them down. Or you can join a supportive network to keep you on track. Then you can feel motivated by listening to other people's stories. And ask yourself, what specific strategies and plans will help me reach my goal? If your goal is to start a business, your how might be to include market research, a business plan, or secure funding, for example. Another question would be, who can support me in my journey to keep me accountable? So you can seek a mentor, you can join a business mastermind just for guidance and support, so you can share your progress, or you can even share your progress with a trusted friend who can keep you accountable. You end with the what. Now that you've established your why, you outline your how, define the specific goals and actions you need to take. So ensure that your goal is specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and set a date on it, time bound. It's a smart goal. So the what represents the tangible steps you'll need um, to bring your vision to life. Is what you need to do. So understand that your journey may not always go as planned. So embrace resilience as part of it. There will be obstacles. So treat challenges and setbacks as opportunities for growth and learning. They will be there without a doubt. So don't be scared and don't shy away from it. So by using the why, how, what framework, you can create a more comprehensive and purpose driven approach to setting and achieving your goal. And this will help you align your goals with your core motivations, values, and ensures that your strategies and actions are guided by a clear sense of purpose. Is everyone clear on this? Got it. Okay. So, by asking these questions, for example, how will you adapt to challenges and setbacks? Ask yourself, how will I do this? You go back to the reframing. When you face a challenge, you go back to reframing and aligning to your goal. When you come across problems, you solve the problems and you keep going towards your goal. So by asking these questions uh, for each aspect of the framework, you can create a more comprehensive plan for achieving your goals. Now, what is the process that will help you stay aligned with your goal and keep, more importantly, keep the goals front of mind? Because look, life will come at you. There will be distractions, but you need to keep your goal front of mind. Just let's have a quick look. So, firstly, you need to get in a heightened state. And what do I mean by that? A heightened state, you know that feeling when you just worked out and you're vibrating. You can go for a run, you can do a few burpees, push-ups, whatever it gets you there, but just be in a heightened state. So you're vibrating. Next, you recite your goal. You read it out loud. But you have to be in a heightened state. And notice the feeling that comes up when you read it. Feel it. Feel the words. And then you see it happening in your mind. You visualize yourself already achieving that goal. It already happened. You're already there. And feel how it makes those around you feel. Close your eyes and see it happening in your mind. So, heightened state, recite your goal and visualize the result, how that makes others feel. And then it's daily action. These things will not happen. You can do your mindset work. You can write your goal. You can recite your goal in a heightened state and visualize it. But if you do not take action, things will not happen. Wishful thinking and hoping is not going to work. So every day in the morning, after you recite your goal in a heightened state and visualize it, you write down 3 actions you need to take for that day. 3, just 3, and you execute every day. So heighten, recite, see it, and take action. So to recap, let's go into it. So number 1, you challenge and change negative thought pattern. It starts in your head. Whenever doubt comes, you send it away. Next, when you catch yourself engaging again in negative thoughts, you take a step back, examine, be present, reframe it. Having defined values that align with your goals. We've gone through this. What's important to you? Get used to saying no to activities that do not align with your goals. Even if that, I won't say hurt, but gets other people puzzled. They're like, why are you not doing this? Why? Because I'm trying to achieve more in life. And this is what I'm doing right now. And you associate your goals with emotion. Why do you want this goal? Why do you want it? And why do you deserve it? How will it make you feel and how will it make others feel around you? How will others get affected by it? And what are your daily actions? What are the 3 things you have to do every day to get you closer to your goal? Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining this masterclass. I really enjoyed delivering this content, and I really hope this helps you in achieving whatever it is that you want to. Now, just get ready, because whenever you set goals, life comes at you. You'll encounter obstacles and difficulties, but that's part of the journey. So embrace resilience, take the challenges head on, solve the problems along the way, and go back to the plan. Don't stop until you achieve it. Thank you.